Right, I'm back again. First of all, I'm going to show you how to clean your board, because I've got, if you look on here, the dust has gone all over the place. You can't always see it when you're cleaning, but it does get in the way. Best way to do it is to get a bit of white fat on your hands, wipe it over your board like that, and then just get a bit of kitchen roll and wipe it off like that. If you try washing it off with water, it doesn't always come off, it stains. So baby wipes come in handy as well, but even those they're not as good as this. So I've got all my bits and pieces here, so we'll just pop all the flowers that I've got here that I've already made. I've also got some roses here from the last spray that I did. I've got some filler flowers as well that we might use, so we'll see how we get on as to what we're going to use, but there we are, they're all there, plus leaves. They're not quite dry. I've got to put some rose leaves together, so I'm just going to use some dark green tape for those, because that's the colour you use on that, when I can find where it is. Lost it, never mind. I use some light green. You're not going to tell on me, are you? Right, so I'll just put these rose leaves together because I need these to start off the spray. Nip that in. You're not going to really see the stems anyway when I start putting this together. Trouble is with these thin wires, they are difficult to start off sometimes when you start off your tape, and I should have started a bit lower down, then it'd be easier. That's better. Push that up. Put the two medium leaves in. Pull those wires down to make sure they're right in. That's it. And put the two smaller leaves in. Get hold of the tape there, I don't want that. Always make sure with leaves like this, because they're right up to the stem, that you pull the wires down and make sure that the leaf is actually down to the wire. Tape right the way down with that. Open those out. And then I can go back in, but this time I'm going to use some full width tape. Doesn't matter what colour you use for this, because a florist would use whatever. Unless there's anything being stipulated by the customer, then that's a different matter. Right, so start off on the leaf, put a rosebud in. Again, this is just starting off a spray, because like all other sprays, they all start off with something small in the front. Because lilies, because I haven't done a lily bud, I'm using a rose, because we're going to mix some other flowers in, just to show that you can mix roses and lilies together. I haven't coloured that one, but never mind. Once you get that in, then tape all the way down to make sure you've got that tight in. And I'm just going to pull those wires just to make sure that they're tight in. That's it. Then it's not going to move around then. Adjust that to one side. Then I'm going to go back in, starting again behind that rose. I'm going to put a filler flower in there. Come back a little bit. And then I'm going to put the first of the lilies in. Now, I'm going to bend that. I'm going to use these long node pliers to do that, for the simple reason that if you try and do it with your hands, you more than likely break some petals off. So pop that in there, like that. And then tape down. If you do that in between every flower that you put in, you'll find it a lot easier to control whatever you're putting into your spray. Back up again with the tape. A bit more there, put another filler flower in. And then put another lily in. And what you need to do with your flowers when you're putting them into sprays like this is to stagger them. Now I need to tape down a little bit before I put that in. Just put a little bit further down, otherwise we'll break some petals off. There we are. Can go into there like that. Go back in. Put another filler flower in. I'm leaving a bit of stem on these because these have been smaller. I want them to stand higher up so that they come up to the same level, so you can see that they're sort of more or less even. Right, this time I'm going to put a rose in. So I'm going to go for that one. In there, like that. We don't always plan these things when we're putting sprays together, you know, you just sort of look at your spray and see how it looks. I'm just going to bring that to one side slightly, and I'm going to put another filler flower in at the side there, in there, like that. Now at this point I'm going to put some leaves in, because we need a bit of framework there, and because these are long leaves I've waited until we've got a fair way up before I started putting any leaves in. So I'll put one in there, like that, and then put one in at the other side. I've got some that are slightly smaller and some that are slightly bigger, so like I say, it doesn't really matter because you get loads of different sizes on, and we're just using these just to give a bit of framework to your flowers. So tape down with those, go back in with the tape, I'm going to put another rose in here. You have to keep opening your tape out because it does get a bit scrunched up sometimes, just to make sure that you get everything nice and tight. Take that off. Need another piece of tape. You could stop there if you wanted. It depends on how big a spray you want. But I'm trying to use up as many flowers as I can. Haven't got a cake to put them on, but it's there if I need it. Then I'm going to put another lily in at the back there. When it gets this big, it just takes a little bit more handling, so you might have to fiddle about with it a little bit more. Put a couple of fella flowers in. In there. Bring that up a bit more up there, just to hold those in place. Then put another lily in at the back there. I'm just going to take back up there because I'm going to put some more leaves in now at the back just to finish the spray off. I have got some bits and pieces left, but I'm not going to put those in. So if you put that in under there, oops, try not to drop them. It has got quite heavy as this spray, so you can't twist it with your fingers. If you just get it started, so you've got your bits and pieces in place, and then you can get it going. Oops. I'm just going to pull that wire in so that's nice and tight in there. That's it. In there. Then I'm going to put another one in at the other side. Use one of these bigger ones off there. Tighten that in. And what I'm going to do now to finish it off, and this is optional, I'm going to finish it off with another leaf at the back, just so it doesn't look totally unfinished. So I start my tape off there. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put another larger leaf in at the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the wire back this way and put it in at the back like that, so it's upright, like that. Tape that in. Right down to the bottom. And then if you were putting this on a cake, if you were going to lay it on a cake or something like that, what you could do is to bend that one back a bit, so it just finishes it off at the back like that. So there we are. That's one finished spray of roses and lilies. Hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to doing the next tape. And I will do some of the other flowers that we've done in class. So we've got things like pansies and sweet peas and things like that. And hope to see you soon. Happy crafting and goodbye.